Hello everyone, thanks for checking out my video. This is a follow-up to the previous video I posted on the ZelCash community pool. In that video, I went through a couple of mining guides, one for nVidia graphics cards, the other for AMD graphics cards with the help of Awesome Miner. But for the nVidia side of things, I focused on EWBF as the mining engine. And turns out there's another mining engine out there that's a little better in terms of hash rate. So you might be able to improve the performance of your nVidia graphics cards by switching over to this particular miner. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video, as well as show you how to update your personalization string. There was something that changed with Awesome Miner, that now they're plugging in the correct values for things, and we're gonna have to make a little bit of an adjustment to our pool settings to get that working properly. And then lastly, I thought I would kind of show you how you could get ZelCash to appear in your list of coins on Awesome Miner. It seems some people had some trouble getting that to show up, and there's a way you can pull in an API from CoinCalculators, and that will take care of doing all the math and stuff for you automatically. So I'll show you how to do that and more in this video. And if you guys like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. Let's get started. Okay, so here we are at the Zel community pool landing page, and this is where you'll see that they're still running a 0% fee. And this is a great time to start mining ZelCash on this pool because there are no fees. So you get 100% of your hash rate for the mining that you do here. And that's a really nice bonus. They have a low payout threshold, which is at 10 Zel. This is pretty standard across most pools right now. 10 Zel. Now, just to put that in perspective, if you are using one GTX 1060, you should be able to mine 5 Zel per day. Okay, so every other day, you should get a payout from this pool. The other thing is that they worked on getting DDoS protection and secure server connections hooked up for this server. Okay, so you can use a secure connection to mine here. It's always recommended to do that. The other thing is that this client is actually pretty simple to use. It's got really nice graph stats. You can also do worker stats here, where if you wanted to see exactly how many coins you have mined or how much of the hash rate you have contributed to this particular block, you can just plug in your worker name here. If we were to click on the top one here, just to give you an idea, this is one miner that has a single address here, but he has all of these other workers attached to that address. So you can see all the stats for each individual miner that this particular, I mean, you could probably say this is a whale right now, but there's a lot of cards that are hashing away right here. And they're all color coded just so you can kind of make it out from this graph, but that's, you know, very significant amount of hashing power. Of course, they're number one on the charts here, which is great. The more that we can spread out across the network so that we don't concentrate it in one spot, the better. Okay, and that's the whole point of this pool, is to make it so that we have given people, first of all, incentive. So 0% fee is an incentive to come over. Another thing would be any of the giveaways that they offer. They're doing community grants for a little while there, you know, so there's always promotions that are running here that you may benefit from. So it just, you know, helps the community. You get a little something for it. In this case, the 0% fee, possibly in the future when they run another grant reward, you could get a little bit of a reward there. You know, so I am going to highly encourage you to consider mining here if you're into ZelCash especially. Now, this is using the Equihash 1445 algorithm. And to get started here is actually quite simple. You just click the Getting Started button, and then the address that you would need is right here. And then this is the PERS value right here, Zel proof. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to put that into Awesome Miner. So it's kind of like a, you know, from square one once again, but I'll just show you what I'm doing with my setup so that you can copy it and get up and running in no time, okay? So here we are over at Awesome Miner. If you don't have this program, I'll leave a link down in the description. Just go to that link, download the full program and install it. And then when you get here, set up your first miner. You just click on the new miner button, go to next, and then managed profit miner. Next, plug in the appropriate information here, name it, leave that miner host as local. And then if you want to do profit switching, which yes, you do, because what it does here is it automatically selects the mining engine for you, so you don't really have to think too much, which makes it easy if you ask me. You can select either AMD or nVidia GPU. So for this example, we'll just do nVidia GPU. I've already done that. I just called mine GPU. So very basic setup here. This is my miner. And the next thing you would do is click on new pool. I'm just going to edit my pool here and show you. You can tell I got a ton of pools here, but here's the ZelCash pool. And right here, I named it ZelCash Official. You can put whatever name you want there, just to kind of help you know. I like to, sort of designate, am I using the official or community or some other mining pool, whatever, just so I know what it is that I'm mining. And then right here is where you plug in that stratum address that we got from the Getting Started page over here. So where it says URL, you're going to copy that whole thing, including the port number there. All right, and then plug in your ZelCash address here. If you want to give it a name, just like I showed you that previous page that had all those little worker names on there, like let's say you have 2 mining machines, two rigs, you can go ahead and just put a dot here and then add a name for those workers, whatever you want to call them. In my case, this is a GTX 1080. It's just, this is my usual sort of daily driver for the sake of making these videos. So I just call it 1080. Worker password, I put X. That's kind of like a standard thing across the board. We always put X. Some mining engines don't let you put empty space there. Like they want some value. So you just put an X there. It's not required for this particular pool, but it's just good practice. So that every time when you make one of these, you should get into the habit of using worker password X. I mean, if you want to password protect it, something more elaborate than that, when you get more deeply into other coins that allow you to do that, then it's up to you. But for me, this is good enough. Now, one of the things with the setting up this coin, it's a little tricky, okay? You might not be able to set this directly to ZelCash right now, which is kind of an issue. Some people had said that they had problems getting this up and running. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But before we go there, you want to repeat your wallet address and worker name down here too. So this line where it says worker name is your wallet address and worker name. Just copy and paste it down here again, all right? And that makes sure that it gets plugged into the mining software the way it needs to. Finally, you're going to want to put the personalization string, the PERS string, down here as Zel-proof. Make sure you capitalize the Z and the P. All right, once again, you can just copy that right here on the Getting Started page. Okay, so just copy that over and drop it here. Now, in my previous video, I had added an additional -- PERS command. That is not required anymore. The later editions of Awesome Miner add that for you automatically. So you don't have to do it. Just plug in the actual personalization string, no more, no less, okay? And this way, the mining engine will know that it's mining the Zel version of the Equihash 1445 algorithm, okay? And so how do we get the coin set up here, okay? Let's first, just for the sake of finishing this out, what you'll want to do is just put it on unspecified Equihash 1445, okay? And then I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to show you how to set it up. Okay, this page is CoinCalculators.io. There's really only 2 pages that will do this for you. There's CoinCalculators, and then there's whattomine.com. Now, what to mine is great. It usually has most coins on there, and you can plug in your hash rate and all that and calculate what you'll be getting in terms of profit, or how many coins you can expect to mine within a certain time frame. You can do the same thing here at CoinCalculators. The only difference is what to mine has not yet listed ZelCash, but CoinCalculators has. So we're going to take advantage of this because both of them have an API which Awesome Miner can use to calculate that automatically. So what I'm going to do is show you what to type in. We're going to come over here to our options in Awesome Miner and go to statistics providers here. And then right in the middle of the page, it says CoinCalculators additional JSON URLs. What you're going to want to type in is this address right here, which I can't really select right now, but there you go. I'll leave that in the description. Okay, so you'll just take that, copy, paste it right here, click on OK, and then you may need to close Awesome Miner and reopen it. And be careful, sometimes if you close it like this, it may still be open down here. So you'd have to right click and go to exit to get out of it completely. All right. So once you've done that, then go to options again, go to pools and scroll down to your ZelCash official pool, edit that. And then here you should be able to scroll all the way to the bottom and find where it says Zhash Equihash 1445. It should be at the very bottom, ZelCash. And that's really all you need to do. I mean, because we did all the other setup here, and that's good to go. All right, so click on OK. The pool part is done. Now click on Profit Profiles. This is very important because what we're going to do now is select Gminer for our NVIDIA card, which is the faster, the better miner right now. So select NVIDIA GPU, go to Edit, and then you're going to scroll down to wherever you can find Gminer in this list. I probably already put it up at the top. Yep, here it is. Okay. So here's Gminer, and you want to make sure you put a check mark there. The other thing is if you have EWBF CUDA Equihash Miner enabled, you want to make sure that this Gminer is above it in the list. Okay, you're prioritizing Gminer right now over anything else, over any of these other mining engines that appear at the bottom here. So once you've got that where it needs to be, and you can just use these arrows here. See, I can move it around with these little arrows at the bottom. Put that above EWBF, then you should be good to go. All right, I'm going to click on OK and OK, and then all you got to do is click on Start. You can verify this. If you look at the top, you'll see it says Gminer. This is what I wanted to point out about Gminer. I seem to average anywhere between 58 and 60 hashes per second using a single GTX 1080. Now, just for the sake of being scientific, I'm going to go ahead and turn off Gminer and let EWBF do the work. Click on OK here, and then start it up again. Now you'll see that I've got EWBF Equihash Miner, and you can see EWBF is only 50 hashes per second. So we're getting a considerable increase in hash rate just by switching over to Gminer. Well, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do to improve the hash rate for AMD cards. Perhaps that will come in the future. If so, I'll be sure to post a video on how to get the most out of it when it happens, if it happens. As for now, if you have NVIDIA graphics cards, I hope that you're taking advantage of the added hashing power of Gminer versus EWBF. And that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to hit subscribe and ding the bell. Make sure you get updates for future videos. I am going to be doing a podcast live, which I'll stream here on the Goose-Tech channel on Fridays at 4 p.m. We did it last Friday, and I collaborated with Mr. Satko, who is another cryptocurrency YouTuber who focuses on news and commentary, and he posts pretty regularly, almost every day. He's got a new news article that or several articles that he's going through and kind of presenting some very realistic kind of commentary on things, which I think is very helpful in the crypto space. A lot of us kind of get FOMO'd out and get excited about things, and then it's very short-sighted, but he doesn't fall for that. He just looks at every aspect of things. So he's a good reviewer in that sense. When he's looking at a project, he's got a keen eye for these things. So that's the kind of people that you want to kind of get your news from. So I would invite you to check out his channel. I'll leave a link down in the description. Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be streaming it live here and on his channel. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. You're all welcome. Come get into the chat. and you can interact with us. We had a pretty lengthy Q&A session last time, so we'll probably do the same thing this time. We'd love to hear from you and answer some of your questions, so that, you know, if you want to be part of this, we welcome that. All right, it's a community thing, so it's not just us. We want you to be there too. So we look forward to it, and I'll see you very soon, next Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. God bless.